While several countries have legalized vaccine passports, several more have ruled them out, saying citizens' privacy and rights should be protected. However, President Irfan Ali recently announced that the government is contemplating this option as a way of responding to vaccine hesitancy that continues to thrive in the country. The president made mention of countries that have implemented similar protocols for the resumption of travel and access to services.
And some countries are even contemplating a two-tier system. Those who are vaccinated fully and go for public services, you go through the line. Those who are not vaccinated, you have to go through some testing before you get to that service. Some countries are contemplating that right now. We will have to contemplate all of these options.
It is the view of Shadow Health Minister Dr. Cummings that the vaccine passports will be used as a forceful tool to get persons to access the jobs against their will, therefore violating their rights. She strongly recommends that the government should disburse monetary incentives to persons 18 years and above who are administered the jobs.
Why not do it with some kind of incentive, some stimulus package? Why you want to go down that route? And another thing too, if you make it mandatory, you stand at risk to in case anything happens to that person, you're culpable because they can carry you to court, you can be sued, that kind of thing. So you have to balance the two. And I think that if you want to, we all want persons, we want 100% coverage, but use some other method than making it mandatory.
So you're saying government should pay persons to get vaccinated?
Well, as I said before, I think it's one state, I don't know if it's Virginia, one state in America, they actually gave those young people who went to do vaccine $100 bonds.
She further opined that such an initiative would be effective in reaching the economically vulnerable population.
Some are marginalized, the vulnerable, especially those are the ones who will say, look, I have to make a living. You can talk as you want, I have to make a living, and they will go out, at the risk, or their own health.
Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony had previously announced that the vaccines would not be made mandatory. The Health Ministry initially intended to introduce a new coronavirus immunization bill, which would have had provisions for immunizing adults as well as details on an opt-out mechanism. However, Dr. Anthony said last week that there is no longer need for such legislation at the moment. More than 142,000 persons have been vaccinated locally to date. Temika Rodney reporting for the HGP Nightly News.